But anyway, we're gonna keep it going because I'll just share to that. But the black pepper, that's what I've been using to help with a lot of first I want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me make sure, because sometimes this thing don't work, and then I'm like, oh my goodness. But let me see. I'm gonna try something real quick. Okay, so yeah, I'm sure y'all can hear me. But I'm gonna talk about this because it's talking. I'm just giving a continuation of the light that's within you. So that's what I'm talking about, and I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Normally, some people come on, they'll tell me. So if you're there, please let me know if you can hear what the Spirit is saying to the church. Okay? Now, give it just a little bit more time to make sure. Let me just check up. Y'all know this stuff, so let me just check some things and make sure everything is set up. Let me see. Let me see. Books. Okay. I did try that. Okay, y'all give me just a few seconds. And what I'm talking about is the light. And that's the light that's within us. Nothing else. The light that's within you. Not this light up here. Not that light. I'm talking about the light in you. Y'all see, I got my Georgia Bulldogs. Congratulations to Georgia for winning the national championship. And that's a great thing. Um, okay, here we go. Now, hope y'all can hear me, but I'm going to say it anyway. If not, you know me, I'll do it again. I'll go back and look if it ain't right. I'll do the same thing because it's not going to stop me. Because we're dealing with frequencies, y'all. We're dealing with frequencies, negative energy. So this light that I'm talking about is the light that's inside of you. It's inside of me. Some people light is dim. Some people light is darkness, because you do have darkness and you have the light from the people that flashes over, but there the people that are in darkness is in the darkness as well, as far as having our light shine to keep them right there so that they can see a light, and then their light will flicker and it'll come on. So that's what we're doing. I'm flickering. Y'all see, remember that, flicker, that's what I'm doing. So for all the people that are in darkness, flicker. So what is purification? This is the part two of I'm skipping all over the light, but this is coming from newlightbody.org, and I give them their props, and then I just go in and let the light shine and give me more of what's within me so that it can connect with you, and then you get what you need to get from what the Spirit is saying to your church. So don't go off of me, just listen and let it flicker. Okay. So despite its focus on thought and feeling, purification is not a psychological process, but a spiritual one that affects every aspect of one's inner life. In relation to the inner life, the action of God's light illuminates consciousness so that attribute motivation. I'm sorry. So that attitudes, motivation, and feelings that were formerly concealed from awareness now come to the light of day. Okay, from darkness to light. That's what it means. You didn't know about this, now you know. That's what I'm saying. So that's the light. Now, that's the light inside of you. Now, as a result, things one sus- may have suspected about the self but never perceived clearly are increasingly revealed. So everything about yourself is being revealed. Now, the light flickers from the other ones that have the light already activated so that you won't be in complete darkness. So that's what that is. So there is a light. Like I had my I'm not going to say her name, but my aunt sent some information. So now I know that she has the light is turned on, because normally I won't get any information, and because a lot of people are afraid to send stuff out. But she sent that out, so that let me know the light is on because of what she sent. So that's a great thing. I hope you look and you know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say your name, but that's it. You have that light activated. And so, and now in its revelation of truth, purification also gives some meaning to the physical difficulties one may have endured, allowing these to be seen in their positive purpose and in their service to life simply rather than simply in their limited capacity. Let me say that again. In its revelation of truth, because that's what you're getting. You're getting, we say, oh, the revelation is the light. So it's revealing, the light is revealing the truth to you. Purification also gives new meaning to the physical difficulties one may have endured. So the physical difficulties, say that again. Purification also gives new meaning to the physical difficulties one may have endured. Allow these to be seen in their positive purpose and in their service to life, rather than simply in their limiting capacity. Okay, I had open heart surgery. Boy, folks look at child, Lord, he got open heart. I didn't look at it like that. It actually helped me. I mean, I had to go through, but it helped me. But I didn't let the light just go, Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do. I didn't go through all of that. That's complete darkness. So I had people around me that were keeping the light going, and still, Michelle, Latasha, Cedrice, my mother, they were still helping me. And because I didn't let the light go out, and I was listening to to them as far as their not listening to their mouth, but what was within them, the flickering of the light. Keep that light on, keep that light on, blah 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 blah. But it wasn't like them talking to me, because once things come out, it's out. But the inner part of the speaking, the conversation you hear that nobody else hear, but you heard it. That right there. You may hear from somebody saying something that didn't even open their mouth, but you heard what they said before it even got to you, and you'd be like, "I was just thinking that." So that's what was going on with me at the time of the open heart surgery and all that drama that I went through. The purification process also causes a re-examination of life purposes and identity, bringing these into sacred alignment with the purpose of the soul and divine divine intention. You intended to do it. You know how somebody will come up and say, like, oh, when I get there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. You're intending to do something. Same way with divine intentions. Oh, I'm gonna get this light. Yes, I got it. I got it now. You're intending to get it, so you got it. You're intending to punch somebody in the face, and when you get there, you do it. That's the intentions. And I learned that from Michelle telling me about different things as far as intentions. Because I'm going to admit, I never used those words. I was doing it, but didn't know what it was. So you got to come true to yourself so that you'll know what the Spirit is saying to the church. And you need the other lights to help shine it. So once you get that light, then you can go on about your business. You only, you still be connected because you're connected to the light that's within other people and within yourself. That's the body of what we call Christ on the inside. But out here, people looking at the Christ, I mean, you're gonna keep looking, you're still gonna be looking, just looking. That's it, because you only see what you see out here, but you can see what you see on the inside, which is the body of Christ. That's why it says that the Spirit will speak to the church, not me speak to the church. The Spirit will speak to the church, and you'll get the utterance from within yourself, not me telling you. Because what I'm telling you now is leading you back to yourself. And you can hear me, and then you go and say, now, what are you talking about? The Spirit inside, or what? And then you start listening from yourself, and you'll get it. And it's for you. Now, now I'm talking about the purification. That's for all the ones that just came on. Purification of the light that's within you. On the physical level, purification takes place through the transformation of energies within the body, which allow light to be felt more often and darkness to be dissolved. So when that light come on, okay, just say we in a room and it's dark. Because sometimes I come in the basement and I do this because I'm silly like that. I would go in completely dark. But because of the memory and the other parts of your body, I know where to go. You see what I'm saying? So I'm activating the inner side of me. So I come down here intentionally in the dark so that I can see where I'm going from within. That's why I love people that what we call blind, but they really not because they can see. I had one friend, her name was Gussie. She's gone on to the light now, the light from within. And she's not here in the physical, but she's here in the spiritual. And she used to tell me where to go, and she couldn't even see. And I could see. So I was blind, and she could see, but she was blind on the outside and could see on the inside. You see what I'm saying? So I was blind on the inside and couldn't see on the outside. So then, I mean, I had the light, but I was blind because you're blind according to what you can see and what you can't see. Not completely blind, because there's some things I'm blind to now. But when that light come on, it comes on. It's just like when you go in each room of your house, everything is designed as your house, like the house, the physical house. So what I was saying, I went down in the basement where it's completely dark so that I could see. That sounds crazy, but that's what I do. I practice and I give I keep flickering on myself to say, okay, so you're gonna go down here. You already done been down here, so you see what's going on in your memory. So follow your memory. So that's what I did. So I'm saying that to say that these are the things that we have to do from within. Everything I'm talking about is from within. I've been on the outside, and it always got me bust in the face or talked about negative people saying, "Ah, you don't know." Now they could say it, and I just don't understand it. You see what I'm saying? I don't speak that language. I speak the language from within. So it's a reverse. Everything is reversed. So that's what I'm saying to you, that everything in your life is reversed. Okay? Reversed. And that's what it is. So in your life, you reverse it. I can't reverse yours. But I had to go through a whole bunch of stuff to reverse mine. You may not have to do that. But that was me. So now, as it stated, the process is greatly aided by the willingness to care for one's body, to be discerning about the foods that are eaten, the chemicals or substances used to affect energy level or psychological state that the activities engage in order to alter consciousness. So what it's saying is that the food that they put in it, they do that because they know you got the light. They know that you have the energy and the power and the frequency. We just didn't know it. Now I know it, and I'm telling you, so you go within yourself so that you can know it. Because now I'm eating turmeric just like turmeric. Never even heard of it or seen it because I was blind to it. When the light came on, I'm eating turmeric. I'm making teas. I'm listening from within. Now I'm going to get pines. Now this is crazy. I have the pine tree outside, and the little cuckaboos that we make stuff out of. That's medicine. So I have to go and buy it because I can't reach to get it. But if you haven't noticed, all the green trees that with pine through all this frequency and all this stuff that they are doing out here, those trees still standing green, like looking at what y'all gonna do. Y'all can't touch me. So I'm going so that I can get what they got because I'm a part of the earth. So I'm gonna mix it down, make the little tincture, and then I'm gonna take it. And that's what we have to do. But it's coming, everything that I'm doing is gonna come through you, but you're gonna do it your way. Yours may not be tincture. Yours it's gonna be the pine, but it may be you may eat the pine. You never know what the power of the spirit will say to you. Okay, so the pine is out there. I can't get to it because I can't reach it. And I was gonna try to stand up on the house and try to get it because it's leaning, but I can't reach it. So what I'm gonna do is just go buy it. That's it. You never know. It could be so much energy coming. A branch may just fall outside so I can get it. You never know what the spirit is gonna do. The power of God that's within you. I might could say something and it falls down. It's levels that we go to. You see what I'm saying? It may sound crazy, but it's not. It's within you. Everything is within you. It's magical, it's power, it's everything. Everything that you've learned out here, erase it, reverse it, because it's inside. Now, now I did say the chemicals, what they put out here for us to stop the frequency, to stop the light, to do all of that. I don't even do the toothpaste no more. I use neem and all this stuff because just for my studies and then listening from within, the fluoride stops the pineal gland. So now that I don't do it, I'm seeing everything from within. And it's a lot of other things that I have to look at within myself, but I'm growing, I'm evolving. I'm evolving. You grow on the outside, you evolve on the inside. So I'm evolving just like you are. Because if you sitting here listening to this, you're evolving from within yourself so that you can go do what you need to do. And then you can tell me, and then we can put it together and keep moving. That's it. We are a family, people. That's it. They're trying to destroy us, black, white, Spanish, whatever. We all are a family. And if you look at your history, you got all that mixed in you anyway. So you do. So some have melanin, some have a little bit of melanin, some may not have it. But we all are one big family. And what they tried to do is pull us apart. So that has a lot to do with the light, because once you get that light and you start listening to the light that's within you, which is connected to the power, which is what we call God. But what I call God is this. That's it. That's what I call God. And once you get the light activated, then you'll understand what's going on because it's inside of you. Now, let me keep going. I'm almost done. The desire for purity can become great force for good, a motivating force that transforms diet. That happens all the time. Physical activity, relationships, the balance between work and rest, as it draws one towards God and light. It has the potential for altering an entire life. So it's altering the life. I'm telling you, man, it done altered my life. And I'm seeing, and it's a good way. It's a lot of things. A lot of things I just don't even, just like singing all the time. I mean, I can sing. I know that that's the frequency, but like how I used to sing, 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 sing. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. It's not like that anymore. I mean, if I go sing, I go sing. But I was making that a god. I've been to the Grammys and all that, but I would not sign with those people. Now you see, that's why. Because it's a lot of things that's going on, and the inside of me saw it before the outside seen it. Because I was like, ooh, I want to, ooh, 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 ooh. But the inside, I just didn't have the stamina to do it. And that was good. It may be bad on the outside because I want to do, why I can't do this, why I can't. Because it's not time for you to do it. Not saying you're not going to do it, but you would have done it with the wrong people. That's it. And I accept that. So now let me continue. On the emotional level, purification enhances consciousness. It brings one from a more surface awareness of inner life to a deeper and more refined perception of the emotions, motivations, and energies that influence behaviors. To be more emotionally aware has great rewards, but it also carries great responsibilities. It requires discipline. Yes, attention to the feelings and emotions that are allowed to influence speech and action, requiring that a choice be made regarding which feeling or attitude to express. See, you have the power to do that. If somebody hits you in the face, you have the choice to feel upset, to feel mad, to feel all these things are going to come. You choose it. If you going through something in a relationship or somebody done cheated or whatever, you're going to go through the emotions, but you choose if you want to go through that. You can choose the emotion to be, oh, I'm just, we done separated, we ain't even together no more. Or you can be, I can't believe it, all of that stuff. These are your choices from within. So when you have the light, it flickers you so that you'll be able to endure what is going on. You can endure it. So if you're divorced and going through all of that, it's your choice to feel those emotions because you don't have to. We automatically think that, just because somebody else doing okay, so now it's time for us to get upset. So what's going to happen? All your energies are going to run to getting upset. And then, like, even now, when I don't get upset, it's still the energy, still the negative trying to pull, but I'm so strong in the light that it's like, you continue to keep going in the direction according to the light that's within you. Not saying it's going to be easy, but it'll be a little better than going, because you can choose. And do I want to? You could stop your life right now, the emotions and all of that. You can, for you, and say, now wait a minute. Now, do I want to go through this? Or do I want to go through this? But see, we so busy, 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 things going, everything going on at the same time, everything going. So when that happens, you continue to keep going, you continue to get upset, you continue to go through all of this, and you continue to do this. But if you just stop it and say, now, do I want to do I, EYE, want to go through this? And then you decide from within. That's it. But you got to practice. Don't be stubborn like me and all hell breaking down. And I'm saying, oh, no, oh, like, duh, now I get it. You just want to listen and go within yourself. Because you notice I'm saying go within yourself. Go within yourself. And you decide what you want to do because that's your power. You have that power. You do. Me too. Okay, let me finish. I'm almost done. Almost finished. Okay. Y'all know I'm loud and just country from Florida. I love it. I'm just me. It requires discipline, attention to the feelings and motivations that are allowed to influence speech and action, requiring that a choice be made regarding which feeling or attitude to express or which to contain because they are not in the highest light. Okay, fuller emotions awareness also depends relationships with others, allowing more love to be possible while at the same time nourishing the growth of stronger feelings and motivations towards God. On the mental level, now that was emotional level. Then we went on the physical level. Now this is the mental level. Purification reveals the the underlying attitudes by which one lives, the thought pattern that are assumed to be reality. Listen now, the thought pattern is assumed. Now you know what they broke that down too. When we see it assume ass you me. So that means you're making an ass out of you and me. That's what it says, and that's what the word says. We have to look at these words because the ancestors set this up so that we can know about the wording and the verbiage. Okay, just like change. Okay, it's a lot of people talking about change, but when you look at it, and the ones that are talking about it are the evil ones. Look at it again and write down change. Look at it and just remember they're evil. And what they do in the Romans, and we are under Roman, whether you know it or not. But look at change and you'll see what's in the middle of it. So write it down, take out C, and take out the ending of it and watch what's in the middle. Because that's what's going on now, behind the scenes. I ain't gonna get into all of that. What I'm trying to get you into is to the real grease. This is the grease. This that cooking grease. When you frying that chicken and it don't have no dirty stuff in it. You could use the grease again, because that's what we used to do in Florida. Mama used to say, I ain't buying no more of that grease. You use that same grease. That grease ain't dirty. So we use the grease again. So I'm telling you, that's why I said I call it the grease. Now there is some dirty grease that I put up, but I ain't gonna get in all of that. This is the good grease. This is the consciousness and awareness, and what we're talking about is mental. So let me get to this. The thought patterns that are assumed to be reality, which are in truth perceptual filters through which the world is viewed. These filters were originally created by human beings long after the to serve a protective function and are part of historical human experience. Despite the fact that they are servants of the ego, they often remain in place along after their usefulness has eroded, and one becomes their servant instead. In order to see reality as it is, as compared with seeing through the perceptional filter, inner vision must become transparent. Inner, okay? Inside, not out here, inside of you. Say thank you to your heart, okay? Say thank you to your chest, your lungs, your all that stuff, all of the bones, and just because that's what's keeping you going, the energy that's inside, the electricity that's inside of you. Say thank you for that. Think about it. When was the last time, or if you ever said, thank you for the energy inside of me? I appreciate you, eyes. I thank you, nose. I thank you, gray hair, because that's wisdom. I thank you. Soon as I start doing all this stuff came out. So I said, I'm gonna let it flow because it's the power that's within. So say thank you to your toes. Some people had to have them cut off. Okay, so say thank you for that. That's the light. We don't know. We just know what we see when they take the heart out. Because as I always say, everything you see, you looking at me, you created me. Because that's how you see me from within, from your outside. Okay, I'm looking at this phone, I created it, and the frequencies do all the rest. That's what I'm saying. We are evolving. We on the fifth dimension, and some of us are higher. Now in meditation, I've been up to the 40th. But I had to come on and stay because that's high. You see all kind of stuff, and because it's still some fear, because I'm evolving, just like you are. And so you have to get rid of the fear. And how you get rid of it, you study to show thyself approved. And not just studying one thing. You study the good, the bad, you study all of it. So you'll know what the spirit is saying to the church. Now I'm about done. Okay. In order to see reality as it says, is compared to see through a perceptual filter. Inner vision must be transparent, undisturbed by projections and inner preoccupation. Clarify of vision and ability to be present in the present are among the gifts of purification. To be present in the present. Now, what I did, I woke up in my dream because I wanted to be present in the present. I did that. But I had to learn. And I learned because I called Michelle in the dream when I was present and I did everything, but she never got the text because I'm the one that was in the dream and I'm the one that was present. So everything is based on you, okay? Are among the gifts. It's a gift of purification. And they make possible sharing love with others more deeply since the other is seen as who they are, often for the first time. Let me say that again. Clarif- cl- Clar- blah, 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 make sure I get that right. Clarity of vision and the ability to be present in the present are among the gifts of purification, and they make possible sharing love with others more deeply, since the other is seen as who they are, often for the first time. Ultimately, to purify is to become whole as God intended souls to be, not to be limited by ideas one was taught as a child, nor by fears, like I just said, I'm evolving, that are inherited, nor by personal misfortunes or traumatic events that have occurred in the past with the stuff that happened that you've seen in my life as far as with my kids that are not here because of what they did in the past. Sharing love with others more deeply. Okay. Ultimately, the purify to purify is to become whole as God intended. Souls to be not to be limited by ideas one was taught as a child, nor by fears that are inherited. You hear that? Inherited. Inherited. So you took it in her. You have to look at the word in her. Inherited. nor by personal misfortunes or traumatic events that have occurred in the past. Each soul has such events in their past, and they create limitations which can be removed as the process of purification continues. So it can be removed through the process of purification. Just like I learned about gender and let me see, I learned about gender, male and female gender, which is in both of us. All of us have male and female gender. Now, this is just something that I'm working on now from within because my son told me, and I pulled it up. He said, Dad, women used to have babies without men back in the day. I'm like, now what are you talking about? So I had to go look it up, and it's true. And I'll bring that up. I got to get it from him exactly, and then I'll bring it up because he pulled it up. Now, what I come to as far as being the purification inside is that there's male and female gender in both of us. So the male and female gender is what creates. Now, when we look out here, by me being a male, and then you have the female, we create. So it's already created from within, from the male gender, female gender. And all of a sudden, the woman gets pregnant. It's all in timing. So that's where the purification will show you. And I'm going by the scientist of God, not the scientist of man, because the scientist is the light that's within you. So there is male and female gender inside of all of us. Some of us have the female gender part more than the male gender part. Some of us are in between. Some of us have, all of that happens. But we call them out here negative names. But it's the gender that's inside of you, male and female gender. Look it up. Look on the DuckDuckGo, and you'll see. Look on the spirituality, and then once you look at it and you see it, or the best thing is to look at it within yourself and start listening to the light because the light will explain it to you. Now, some other people have the light and they put it out there for you to trigger, and then you can get it yourself from within because you must listen to the power that's within you. That's that I'm telling you. You got to listen to that voice. That something told me to do that. Listen to it. Get to know it. Get to know you, the power in you. And in the end, what each one becomes as they move through the process is what God intends for each to be unique within all of creation, yet joined with all others and able to love and serve God in purity and wholeness of heart. That's it. It's all inside. All this stuff that we've heard out here, you know, transgender, gay, faggot, all this stuff. All this stuff is what they created to keep us apart. All this stuff. So you got to go within and love the gender inside of you because it's in you, male and female. It's in you and me. All these things because we are created from within. We're not created out here. We're not. So this is what the light teaches, the power, the energy, the force, all of that. And nothing can separate you from that. That's the love of God in you, what we call God, which what I call God is, what do you hear? And if you be quiet long enough and listen, you could hear the frequency inside of you. If you ever hear that, or sometimes it gets so loud in my head, I just have to be like, because it's powerful. You can hear it inside of you. Meditate, shut all this stuff down out here and listen. Just give yourself, try 15 minutes. Just try it. I mean, 15 minutes of complete nothing. If you want to have the music, you can. If not, just sit there in the power of